Alright, what's good, everybody? Today's episode is brought to you by Get Upside, where you get paid to do something you're going to do anyway, and that's just fill up your gas tank. The process is very simple. Just download the app, open it up, find the cheapest gas near you, pump your gas, upload the receipt, and you'll get paid within 2 to 3 business days. Once you have the money in your account, you'll be able to cash out for Amazon gift cards, Lowe's gift cards, Nike gift cards, Target gift cards, Walmart gift cards, PayPal gift cards, and a host of restaurants. Oh, and did I mention the app is free? Yeah, free 99. Join using my link and you'll get an extra 15 cents per gallon cash back. The link is in the description box. Thanks for watching. Keep pounding.
What's up? This is Derek Brown of the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to Rashad and David of the Panther Nation podcast. The voice of the Panther Nation. Make sure y'all like them and subscribe. Keep pounding.
Yo, this is Panther legend Jonathan Stewart, and I just wanted to shout out to Rashad Beard and David Rhodes of Panther Nation podcast, the voice of the Panther Nation. Keep pounding.
You are now tuned into the Panther Nation podcast.
Delone fires to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flag down. Smith scores, and the Carolina Panthers win in overtime.
Sealed, able to run. He's intercepted by Keekly. Keekly inside the 20 to the 10 and to the end zone for another Panthers.
Welcome to the Panther Nation podcast. And here are your hosts, Rashad Beard and David Rhodes.
Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? What's good? Can I get a mic check? Mic check. What's good, everybody? Let me turn my light on. I forgot to turn my light on. Dave, what's popping with you, broski? Oh, let me get you.
What's up, man? What's up?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Let me get my light real quick. Hold on.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys can hear us, because we're live, pal.
All right. You said my volume is low? My volume, I'm usually never low. Let me turn some things up real quick. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check. 1 second. Let me check some levels real quick. Usually my levels are pretty good. Okay, all good on your end. Okay, all right. What's good, everybody? All right, what's popping? Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Your boy is a little bit under the weather. No, I do not have the Ronas. Just got a little cold. I got some tea. I don't got no fever or nothing like that. But I'm a little under the weather, so I'm gonna try to get through this joint as good as I can. So just bear with me. But yeah, I think I know why too, because your boy was out. I went to a drive-in movie with the kids, and it was a little cold out there. Yo, I don't do cold weather, so it is what it is. But no, I'm straight. I'm good. But Dave, what's good? How was your weekend though?
Simple, man. I can't complain about a simple weekend, man. Everything was pretty good. I chilled for the most part. It was pretty much a chill type of weekend this weekend, man. We had a little situation with the class, the 20th anniversary, 20th high school graduation reunion, whatever. That was supposed to be over last weekend, but obviously it was canceled, and I guess there was an individual that did show up.
Wow.
And to find out that there was nobody there. But,
Yo, that's crazy.
Dealt with that today.
I would have been pissed.
Look, man. Well, I mean,
I would have been hot.
You knew about the communication that it was available. You should have checked to make sure it was still happening. I mean, we are in a pandemic.
We are in a pandemic. It ain't exactly safe in these streets. It ain't exactly safe in these
Especially
streets.
Down in the South Cackalack.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
numbers climbing higher than the stock market. So
It is. It's
can't be
high
out
everywhere,
here.
man. It's high everywhere.
Yo, son, it's wild. Rhode Island's climbing too. We're not at the 5% rate point, but we're sitting around 3 now. We were 1 for months, and now we're like at 3. So cats are
Feeling safe out
starting to
here.
panic a bit.
Everybody
It ain't
feeling
safe.
safe. Everybody feeling safe. All
And
right.
comfortable with their
Yeah.
family members.
Yeah, for sure. It's only gonna get worse over the holidays. But
Well, that's the thing, because
go ahead. My fault.
I know in Rhode Island they said the numbers went up mainly because of people following the rules and not being cautious when they're with family members. And they're catching it with their family members. So
Facts. But all right, yo, Dave, let's get into this game. We got smacked around a little bit. Little smack, a little humble, a little sit down, be humble. Little work right there. Let's jump into the game. It's a couple news topics we gotta get to before we jump into the game. But before we do that, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. And it's gonna be a good show. Even though I'm a little under the weather, it's gonna be a good show. All right. Let's get into it real quick. All right. First of all, gotta give a shout out to my guy Doug Ogburn. Shout out to Doug. He was a 3K giveaway winner, and he got his signed Christian McCaffrey jersey obtained by yours truly. All 100% official. All my autographs are obtained by me. So they are official. So shout out to my man Doug. Got his son in the pic with the 2 thumbs up, looking fly. So shout out to Doug, man. Shout out to Doug. He won, and also shout out to Ghost Daddy. Ghost Daddy also got his signed DJ Moore jersey. Didn't quite feel comfortable taking a picture with it. All good. I feel you.
Listen, man. After what the hell we saw yesterday, I wouldn't feel comfortable either.
Oh man, I wasn't gonna go there. But shout out.
I get it. All jokes aside, I get it, man. I mean, it's your call.
Yeah,
it's your call, man. But still,
yeah.
That's dope, Doug. That's what's up. Truth
be
told, that's one autograph I do not have is Mr. McCaffrey.
Yeah,
and it's damn near impossible to get now.
Yes, it's gonna be hard to get. I think I got I got 2 autographs within his first 2. You know, I got one his rookie year, and I got one his second year. Now it's gonna be pretty hard to get.
He ghosted me the second year, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get now, McCaffrey. That's why I got that one up on the wall, and I felt comfortable giving that one away. So shout out to again, I give back to my people. Again, I get a lot of autographs, and I'm not gonna sell them. I don't do anything like that. Most of the time, I just get them and hold on to them, and at least one of the jerseys. And then if I get duplicates, I always try to give them away. So shout out to all the listeners. If you're a long time listener, you know what it is. You know I've always given them away. So it's all good. But Dave, anything else on our giveaway winners? Giveaway winners.
Shout out to everybody who won. We'll probably do some more things. I know Rashad probably got a bunch of carbon copies in the.
I got a few. I got a little happy 3K giveaway.
Yo, you went. I went
to the stash.
Over on them, man.
I went to the stash. I got a little carried away. And Doug was a beneficiary of me getting carried away because the Christian McCaffrey. Matter of fact,
I tell you what, bro. If you would have told me that before, I would have been like, nah, man, you kind of
Dave.
Hey, Dave. That over.
Hey, listen, Dave. I didn't even know I had that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know I had that jersey. I didn't even know it until I was like, I was feeling good. We had come off the win against the Falcons. I said, let me go dig in the stash. So I went to my bin where I got them all. And I was like, damn, I didn't know I had another McCaffrey in here. Let me go ahead and get that one away. So yeah, it's truth be told. I forgot I had that jersey. Truth be told, that's 100% true. I got some more though. It's all good. I got some more to give away if it comes to that. So, but yeah, shout out to Doug, man. Hey man, it's all good. I'm not selling them, man. I don't need the money, yo. I don't need the money. I'd rather give it back to the people. All right, so that being said, Dave, let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to all the winners. We should have a few more winners getting their jerseys. They were on the West Coast, so they should be getting their jerseys and pictures and whatnot that I sent out. They should be getting those tomorrow. So all good, man. Shout out to all the winners. All right, moving on. Dave, we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but our boy Yetur Gross-Matos did go on injured reserve. So he's out for 3 weeks. At least 3 weeks. So yeah, he's out of here for the short term. And it was crazy. He was playing very well. Again, it wasn't necessarily translating to sacks, but his pressure rate was really, really good. And again, sometimes you gotta look deeper in the stats to find out what guys are doing. And while he was not putting up the numbers, his pressure rate was really high. I think he had a pressure rate equal to or higher than like the likes of J.J. Watt and company. So his pressure rate was up there. I don't have the exact stat in front of me, but it was high. But hopefully he comes back healthy. I know he had been dealing with some issues, and again, this stuff kind of happens when you're a rookie. Your body got to adjust and all that. So shout out to Yetur Matos. Hopefully he gets healthy. All right. Anything on Yetur Day?
Nah, man. I hope he gets better quick, man. That loss hurt.
Yeah, it hurt a little bit.
For sure.
It hurt a little bit.
Stung a bit.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Dave, we got a little COVID. We got a little COVID going on, a little COVID-19 going on in the locker room a little bit. The offensive line getting hit a little bit. So Tyler Larson had tested positive sometime last week. He sat out. They had went to the intensive procedures or whatever to make sure it does not spread. A little surprised they played the game. Usually when we get a positive test, they usually delay the game or something like that. But I guess since he wasn't a starter, they said, all right, we're going to play it anyway. So they did play it. And then what happened was your boy Michael Schofield ended up testing positive. Oh, excuse me. We don't know if he tested positive, but he is on the COVID list. He may have been exposed to somebody. We don't know if he quite same could be true. Could be true for Tyler Larson. They may have not had it, but they could have been exposed to it. So again, I think we get Mondays and Tuesdays off, or at least the facilities are shut down Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully everything will open back up on Wednesday, and we won't have any more positive tests. But yeah, I definitely blame. I'm with you, True. I blame the Falcons. They definitely was sharing it with they trying to sabotage our season. I see what they're doing. They try to sabotage our season, Dave. Sharing the COVID well.
They out here giving a Rona to us.
Yeah, man. But yeah, out of precaution, they told everybody work from home today, and the training room was open, and other things were open at the stadium, including voting. So you can still go and vote at the stadium if you haven't voted yet. Make sure you get your vote in, because you can still do that at the stadium. All right. That being said, let's move on. Anything else on these two?
Nah, man. Hope they heal up and get better.
All right, let's move on. All right, Dave. So let's get into this game. We got humbled again. We got smacked around a little bit from the rip, from the first possession. Didn't start out good. We got flagged on the first kickoff for illegal double block, and then it just went downhill from there. And it was not pretty. So let's get into the top 5 takeaways. Again, I thought the defense did their part for the most part, considering what they've been going through. I thought the defense did really well. Again, with the turnovers that we had, we gave the Bears and put the Bears in prime position to score. But I thought the defense did really well, especially in the run game. We only allowed 68 total rushing yards. The problem was that we could not get off the field on third downs, which is really weird because the Bears offense was ranked 27th in third down offense. But again, I see some issues with the scheme on third down. We're not drawing up any kind of pressures on third down. We are 3-man rushes on third down, 4-man rushes on third down. We're not sending any blitzes on third downs, and we're just getting picked apart. I really need Phil Snow. Listen, I'm not like dragging Phil Snow. I thought he called a decent game, but he has got to get better in third down.
He's got to get the penetration, and he's got to blitz. He's got to let someone go.
Yes, it's not good. Our third down defense is not good. The Bears, we allowed a 50% conversion rate on third down, so they were 7 of 14 on third down. To put that in perspective, we were only 3 of 13 on third down, so 23%, and we rank 29th in third down efficiency. That's from a defensive perspective. We're third down in defensive efficiency on third down. It's not good. It's not good. We got to stop lining up on third down with a 3-man front. And again, I've seen these issues. These are the same issues that I saw, like Slim is saying. These are the same things that we saw when he was at Baylor. He would line up. I said this a million times. I never forget, and this is what caught my attention. I didn't like it. It was the Georgia offense was lined up, backed up against their own 1 yard line, and Baylor had a 3-man front. I mean, it's just like, come on. They had a goal line offense with a 3-man front, with a 3-man front on defense. It wasn't pretty. And from that day forward, I questioned some of his play calling. Again, I don't think he did a terrible job overall because the defense, they bend, but they didn't break. They didn't give up a lot of touchdowns. But we've got to get better. I think we can do a little bit better on third down, and the numbers show it. So we just got to get better. Our red zone offense is still garbage. We're still ranked in the bottom. I think the bottom 4, bottom 5 in red zone offense is not good. It's not good. I think we're ranked like 27th, something like that, in red zone efficiency when it comes to scoring touchdowns. Again, between the 20s, we're great. We just cannot score, and that proved to be very difficult against the number 1 red zone defense. They came out, did their job, and we did not execute. So it's unfortunate because we were down. We got close several times. We'll talk about the red zone a little bit later. Offensive line was humbled. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Penalties, and more penalties. We'll talk about that a little bit later in some more details. And Teddy and DJ, the connection was not there. And we'll talk about that later too. So as you can see, you know where I'm going with this.
About things later.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. So that being said, let's just go ahead and get into your favorite segment, Stock Up. I need like a riff or something, like a guitar riff, a stock up, stock down, little intro, something like that. You know, like the podcast intros. That's what I need for Stock Up, Stock Down.
I might actually, believe it or not, I just hired a musician.
Do it, Dave. Hook us up, Dave.
He plays the electric cello, so maybe we can get.
Hey man, hey, I'm down with a cello, dog. Hey,
dog, an electric cello. Do you
know
how gangster an electric cello is, bro?
He probably nice, man.
I know it's not a question. The dude got a master's in music.
Oh wow.
I know he nice. I know he nice. He just so happened to also like IT.
Nice.
I brought him in.
Hey, had that man do us a riff or something like that, man.
I'll hit him up and see if he can throw me a favor. I got to be careful with the ethics.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, be careful with that.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I don't think it'll be an issue. I'll hit him up.
All right, moving on. Let's move on. Stock up, stock down. Dave, Rasul Douglas is a beast out here. Okay, let's get into a little bit of numbers for the people, for the James Bradbury fans out there. Let's get into because that's not him wearing the 24, Dave. That is Rasul Douglas. Dave, 6 targets. On 6 targets, and he shadowed Allen Robinson, okay? He shadowed Allen Robinson on 6 of Allen Robinson's 9 targets. It was on Rasul Douglas, okay? Rasul only allowed 2 receptions for 29 yards. He had 3 pass breakups, Dave. 3 pass breakups. And Allen Robinson had a total day of 5 receptions for 53 yards. He only allowed 2 of those receptions, so 2 of 29 yards. So those other 30-some-odd yards is on somebody else. And Dave, the interesting note is that he has played equal left and right cornerback. He has played equal amount of snaps on the left and the right side. So what does that mean, Dave? He's following the best wide receivers. He's not like James Bradbury, Dave. He's not like James Bradbury, who's playing most of his snaps at the left cornerback to this day. He's not like James Bradbury. Right now, Rasul Douglas is tied for 8th in pass breakups. Okay, 8th in pass breakups. Let's dive a little bit into some numbers, Dave. Rasul Douglas is making $825,000 this year. $825,000 this year, Dave. You want to know how much James Bradbury is making per year, Dave?
Like maybe 16 million, ain't it?
14.5 million. That is 5%. 5% of what James Bradbury's salary is making. James Bradbury's salary. So who got the better end of the deal here? Who do you want, Dave? You want Rasul Douglas or do you want James Bradbury? Because I think have you go
I
ahead,
want
my fault.
Rasul, but in 2021, we ain't getting Rasul for $800,000.
That is a fact. That is a fact. He's gonna get a little bit of a raise. He's gonna get a little bit of a well-deserved raise. Well-deserved raise.
In Bradbury's defense, Bradbury might make the Pro Bowl this year, man.
Yeah, okay. Pro Bowl don't mean much nowadays. Pro Bowl don't mean much nowadays to me. To me, it don't.
I still don't think you're paying $14.5 million.
Yeah, you cannot. I'm all for Bradbury getting paid, but $14 million is a lot. And listen, all I'm saying is this: you put James Bradbury on this team, and you take Rasul Douglas off this team, there's no drop off. That's my point. That is my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're getting the same performance as you would from a James Bradbury. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So shout out to Rasul Douglas. He's balling right now. I'm hoping we can get him back. He's definitely playing for some contract money. He's still young. He's still relatively young. So he's balling. Shout out to Rasul. Thank you, Philly, for letting him walk to us because he's been a godsend. Had we not had him on this roster, I think it would have been ugly. It would have been ugly for our secondary. This dude is active. He's an active, a very good CB1 for sure. CB1 for sure. All right. So shout out to Rasul Douglas. He got a stock. It was a bright note on the defensive side. He was really good. Anything else on Rasul Douglas, Dave?
Rasul's balling, man. Rasul's balling. And the thing is, the other thing you got to think, like, Slim's got some valid points about Bradbury. Giants are trash. Terrible.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad. They did get a win this week, though.
Huh?
They did get a win this week, though.
So what? All right, congrats. You're 1-4.
Whoever found Rasul Douglas, that's Pat. What's Pat Stewart? That's Pat Stewart's guy. Pat Stewart was the former. He was on the Eagles staff, and Pat Stewart. As soon as they released or waived Rasul, Pat Stewart said, "Hey, Herney, you might want to go get this guy." So that's Pat Stewart deserves all the credit for that hire or that signing. All right. That being said, let's move on from Rasul Douglas. We got a lot to get to. Derek Brown. Derek Brown is a monster. As you can see pictured, that is a TFL, Dave. A tackle for loss. Okay, tackle for loss, Dave. Derek Brown put together a nice day. 3 tackles, 1 quarterback hit, 2 hurries. Dave, Derek Brown is currently tied with somebody for tackles for loss. Can you name that somebody, Dave? It's a good name to be lumped in with.
I had to guess somebody like an Aaron Donald.
That's ding, ding, ding. You are correct, Dave. You are correct. Aaron Donald. He is tied with Aaron Donald for tackles for loss, with 6 total tackles for loss. Derek Brown is great. He had a great game. A really big tackle for loss. And he's balling right now with K'Wan Short going down. Derek Brown stepped up along with Zach Kerr on the inside. Listen, we only allowed 68 rushing yards. And again, the little bit of context, the Bears are not a good rush offense. I think Montgomery only averages 40-something yards a game, so he did get over his average. But they're not a very good rush offense. But shout out to Derek Brown for that's number 1. Sorry, number 1 in tackles for loss. Number one. Sorry about that, Jared. Yeah, number 1 tackles for loss alongside Aaron Donald. My bad. I meant to say that. But yeah, good. Derek Brown's balling right now, and he's starting to come into his own. He's had two really good games from a run stop perspective. He had the game against Arizona, and this game it was really good. So shout out to Derek Brown. I'd like to see a little bit more quarterback pressures, but that's really not his job. But we'll take that. We'll take that. All right. Anything else on Derek Brown, Dave?
Balling, man. This is why we drafted him. Playing like the way we. Yeah.
And I don't know why I got. Don't ask me why I got running back there. I was just editing the slides.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
I'm a little under the weather. My bad. I don't know what I did. My bad. Moving on. Jeremy Chin, Dave. Jeremy Chin. Again, when is he? My question is, when has he not been on this list? I think he's been stock up every week. Seriously, I think if we go back and watch him, I think he's been on stock up every week. This is the steal of the draft. Dave, he had 5 tackles, added 2 pass breakups. And if you recall last week, what did I say, Dave? I said these exact words. I said in order for him to be in contention for Defensive Rookie of the Year, he needs to add more pass breakups and he needs to add interceptions, Dave. And he did just that. Added 2 pass breakups and then got his first interception today. He still leads all rookies in tackles. And right now he's ranked 10th in overall tackles, 10th in veterans, everybody. So 10th overall. Okay, so shout out to Jeremy Chin. He is balling right now.
Poor Isaiah Simmons, bro.
Yeah, Simmons.
Everybody wanted Simmons. You remember that?
Yeah, but I think it has a lot to do with coordination. I think I'm not gonna say Simmons is a bad player because if Simmons was in this system, who's to say he would not be just as good? I don't know. I'm not gonna take anything away from Simmons. We saw what Simmons can do, but as from a production standpoint, apples to apples, or apples to oranges, however you want to say it, Chin is definitely outplaying Isaiah Simmons, no question. I don't know what Simmons is doing. I don't know what Arizona's doing with Simmons. I have no clue. I can't comment on it because I have no clue. I don't watch Arizona. I watched them one time against us, but it's not, whatever they're doing, it's not working. It's not working. All right. So shout out to Jeremy Chin. He's balling right now. Anything else on Jeremy Chin, Dave?
Nah, we good on Mr. Chin.
Listen, he got to keep that up because I'm telling you right now.
Yo, man.
Right now, if he wants Defensive Rookie of the Year, he's got to keep this up because I'm telling you, I still think Queen might have the edge because he's got forced fumbles, he's got sacks. He doesn't have any picks, but I think Chin is going to need to add a couple more picks, a couple more pass breakups in order to get Defensive Rookie of the Year. But especially with the Ravens, if they make the playoffs, they're going to give it to a team that's winning versus a team that's losing. Chin's going to have to step it up a little bit more. But he's balling right now. He's way surpassed my expectations. Way surpassed my expectations. All right. Anything else on
Marcus asked a good question. Are you guys afraid the team run into a rookie wall with so many young players?
I think Derek might have hit his already. I think he passed his.
Yeah, because Derek did have a slow start at the beginning.
Yeah, I think Derek might have hit his early. Chin has yet to hit a wall. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. I think Chin's athleticism makes up for his awareness issues. I think that's where if you want to nitpick, you could say that he's a little slow to react, but his athleticism and his tackling ability, it helps him out so much. So I don't know. It's a good question though. It's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. Only time will tell. All right. Moving on, Dave. Let's move on. All right. I think. So this is an interesting question. Snaps per possession. This is very interesting. My question mark exists for a reason. Dave, he has 35% of his snaps at linebacker. He's got 35% of his snaps at slot cornerback. 19% at free safety. 7%. He's even lined up at the defensive line. He's lined up outside too. I mean, the dude is all over the place. There's not a place he can't really play on the defensive side of the ball. He's balling, man. A really good weapon. It's a really good, interesting insight into where he's lining up. He's not just lining up at linebacker or where you think he's lined up. So, he's balling though. He's balling right now. It's very interesting to see where he's lining up. And shout out to PFF for those snap positions. All right. Anything else on Chin?
Nah, man, Chin's playing out of his mind. I'm rooting for him to keep the momentum going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year, man. I want to see him get it. I understand Queen's going to probably get it. He's on pace to get it at this point, but I think he still has a chance.
Yeah, he's definitely got a chance. We'll see if he can keep it up. This
is what Isaiah Simmons was supposed to be.
Facts.
Period.
Facts. That's a fact. That is a fact.
This goes back to I know a lot of you guys are Clemson fans out in the chat. Get that bias out of your system, bro. I mean, could this arguably be Marty's best draft when it's all said and done?
I don't know. It might be, but I don't know if I can give it to Marty, man. I don't know if I can get
I
it.
know you don't.
I'm
Come
not
on,
gonna.
man. You gotta
give
get
it
that
to
man
Marty.
something.
I'm really credit. I'm giving a lot of credit to Matt Rule and and the type of players he wants. I think he definitely wants the athletic players. You can see it, man. You can see it. The dudes are athletic. I don't know if I'm gonna give it. We'll see.
But if that's the case, that means you got to give Rivera credit.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point, Dave. I don't know if Herney's is the person to blame in a lot of these instances and drafting some of these guys. I don't know. I have to look. That's a whole another discussion, Dave. It's a whole. But trust me, I'm looking into it. But once I get my findings together, I'll let you know. For sure. But yes, if we're gonna look on the surface, it could be one of his best classes for sure.
It's early, obviously, right?
It's early. Yeah, it's early.
Year,
but from a production standpoint, if Gross Matos comes back. If Gross Matos comes back and continues the ball, the top 3 picks right now are looking really good.
Freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, really good.
And rarely Marty does this. Normally Marty a hitter in the first round.
Yeah.
Might get somebody late, and that's all you getting.
And Jay, that's a good point. Year 3 is when you kind of know if a guy has made it, but I would also say that usually year 3 is when guys start to get that starting production. Look, second, third round picks don't really get straight to it like our guys have this year. So we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, let me get to Robbie Anderson though. Let's get to Robbie Anderson. All right, real reason why I gave Robbie Anderson stock up. He really didn't do too much, but that catch right there was amazing. He added 4 receptions for 77 yards on 5 targets, and right now, Dave, as it stands, he is the number 1 he leads the league in receiving yards right now. Number 1, numero uno. Diggs played tonight. He needed 58 yards to pass him. I think he only had 47 yards receiving. D-Hop might catch him tonight. D-Hop only needs 39 yards to pass him. We'll see if D-Hop can catch him.
I have a fantasy bias. I have D-Hop tonight.
Yeah.
I have D-Hop and Amari Cooper, and my opponent has CeeDee Lamb. I'm up 7 points thanks to John Brown giving me the big donut, and I had Kelsey. So I'm sitting in a good spot right now.
Yeah.
If I get off this podcast, and CeeDee Lamb's got 35, and my 2 guys only got 20, I'm going to be very, very hurt. Very demoralized. So, but this is great. Shout out to Robbie, man. He should make the Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah, I gave him stock up, not necessarily because of this game, because he did have that first play. The first pick was on Robbie. The cornerback did not dislodge the ball. That was off Robbie's fingertips. So I agree, it was a stretch to put him on stock up, but Dave, he has shooters, and he's a leading receiver in the league. So that looks like stock up to me. I don't want no smoke. Stock up to me. All right. He definitely has some shooters. I don't want no smoke. All right. Moving on, Dave. We got to go to the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm done with stock up, Dave. I'm done. All right. Here we go. Nah, I didn't put Corn on stock up. I didn't put Corn. I probably could have. He probably could have earned a stock up. I didn't give it to him though. He's probably honorable mention. I would give also Sam Franklin honorable mention. He stepped up when Burris went down. So definitely could have gotten stock up for sure. Could have gotten stock up. All right. DJ was the best player yesterday. Ha. What game were you watching, sir? You must have pulled up the box score and was like, "Yeah, look at DJ Moore. Look what he did." Well, let's dive into this a little bit more, cause I got some smoke for you. But first, Dave, let me ask everybody in the chat this question. Let me ask everybody before I get into my smoke. Let me ask everybody in this chat right now: how do you view DJ Moore? What do you view DJ Moore as? How do you view DJ Moore, Dave?
What he should be, or what he
how do you view DJ Moore right now? Like as a player, how do you view him? Like, is he a wide receiver one? Is he
He's
a
a two
two?
now. He's a
No,
two at best.
I'm talking not before this game, Dave. Don't
Oh no,
incorporate
no,
this
no,
game.
no. I've been on the two tip. I drafted his ass in 2 leagues, dude. He's killing me. He's killing me. He's a 2 at best. He's a 2 at best. And the thing is, he's got decent numbers, but the problem is he's dropping the ball in key situations.
Listen, that's not how I view DJ Moore.
Oh Lord.
I view DJ Moore as a 1. Okay, he's a 1. We got 2 wide receiver 1s in my opinion. We got 1A and 1B. Robbie is a 1B. Okay, he is in that conversation for wide receiver 1. Okay, and this is why I have him stocked down. This is why I have him stocked down. It's about expectation, Dave. This is about expectation to me. I look at this dude as a wide receiver 1. And that in that discussion, you have to have clutch plays. You have to make some plays that aren't perfect throw. Yes, Teddy Bridgewater did not the last pass with the one-handed joint.
Stop right
Okay,
there.
go ahead.
Stop right there. Matt Rule said
I got it.
in the presser
He did.
that it was more a miscommunication on DJ running the wrong route.
Okay.
Teddy threw it where it was supposed to be, and DJ didn't run where he was supposed to run.
Even if okay.
You're a 1, you don't do shit like that.
Oh yeah, and even if that is the case, Dave, he had an opportunity to catch the ball. Okay, and I'm not saying the ball was perfect. No, it was not perfect. But I know some elite receivers. If we're gonna call DJ Moore a wide receiver 1, and we're gonna put him in that, if we want to put him in that discussion with Mike Evans, and put him in the discussion with Michael Thomas, and put him in a discussion with Julio Jones, you got to make that catch, okay? And not only that, that's not the worst. That's not the most egregious drop that he had. He had 2 other drops. He had 3 accredited drops to him, and the biggest drop was the touchdown drop. Now you could call that a bad throw, but you must have not saw what was coming at Teddy Bridgewater's neck. Teddy Bridgewater had like 4 bears coming at his neck. He was throwing off his back foot. It was a good throw considering the circumstances. You have got to catch that ball. You catch that ball. It was in your hands. You catch that ball. That's a catchable ball. The other one where he had to lay out on 4th and 2, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. That was not a catchable ball. But you gotta catch some of these balls, DJ. It's listen. Listen. The connection with DJ, the connection with Teddy is not there. Dave just spoke to it. He had 5 catches. Dave, he had 11 targets. 11 targets. That's under 50%. That's under 50%, man. That's not good. And listen. Look at the target rate. Again, we go back to this target rate or the target share. DJ is still getting 29% of the targets, but he's not catching them. His catch rate is awful, B, and I got that number coming up next. But the target share, 29% to DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson, 30%. Curtis Samuel, 14%. Mike Davis and CMC, whoever. I combine those 2 together, but it's 27%. You're getting the share. The targets are coming to you. So for your fantasy people, he's getting the targets. That ain't the problem.
I said this on Sunday. I said this Sunday morning. I said DJ's getting the targets. He's not doing what he's supposed to do with them. He's not hitting at the rate. He's getting the target distribution of a wide receiver 1, but his catch ratings is more of a 2-3, which is unsacked. His percentage is terrible.
It is. It is terrible, Dave. I got the percentage right here. Dave, he has a season percentage of 56.25%. That is awful. Awful, B. And whether it's Aaron passes or him just not catching it, he's had a lot of drops. I don't know how many drops he's had on the season. But this ain't his first rodeo as far as drops are concerned. He's dropped other passes. 78% catch rate to Robbie Anderson. 82% to Curtis Samuel. The running backs, obviously, is Lil Dink and Dunk. They're 86%. You got to catch the ball when it comes your way. And it was not pretty for DJ Moore. You look at that. You look at the I think he had 90-something yards receiving. It didn't matter. He dropped the ball when it mattered. When it mattered, he did drop the ball, B. He dropped the ball. He didn't drop it 6 times.
But the thing is, you had 11 targets. You need to catch at least 8 of them.
Yeah.
That's my point. And if he wouldn't have had those 3 drops, he would have caught 8 of them.
Exactly. 3 drops. He should have caught the ball, man. He should have caught the ball. To me, so that's a good question.
He's
so
getting
what?
like the thing is, man, he's getting targets like a wide receiver one. I mean, you're talking 48 targets after 6 games. That's 8 targets a game. That's wide receiver one status.
Yeah. So that's a good question. So he said. So P. Mitch, that's a great question. What makes him a wide receiver one other than expectation? I mean, they're getting him the ball 29% of the time. They look at him as a wide receiver one. You can see it. They want to feed him the ball. I expect, other than that, I mean, expectation, hell, is what he's been doing. He had a 1,200-yard receiving year last year. That's wide receiver one numbers. Like, yo, you've done it. Like, you've got to step up, B. You got to step up, man. And that touchdown drop was egregious because we would have taken the lead. The game could have been completely different. Had we taken the lead, would have momentum. We could have had the lead by halftime. It was a bad drop. He got to step up, man. But DJ Moore stock down. He deserved that joint. And if you don't think he deserved it, I don't know what game he was watching. All right. That's all I got for DJ. Anything else?
Nah, I'm done talking about DJ, man. He's putting my number to shame right now, bro. He out here 50% catch rate.
Not good.
He's
got to get better, man. You got to get better, bro. He's got to get better. But we're moving on. Another stock down. Offensive line was awful. Dave. They gave up a lot of pressures. They gave up
because that D-line is actually good.
Yeah, that I think that was part of it.
You gave Khalil Mack a lot of heat. He must have hurt the cast, man.
He did. I think I did give him some heat.
He came after him.
I called him out. He definitely got a sack too. He got 1 sack. But it wasn't just him, by the way. It wasn't just him. Teddy was pressured 12 times, hurried 9 times, sacked 3 times. Okung had a really rough day himself. Okung gave up 1 sack, 2 hurries, 3 pressures by himself, and he had 2 false start penalties. It was not good from the offensive line perspective. The interior offensive line was not good, specifically the guards. Paradis had a solid game, but Miller and Reed had really, really, really rough games. They gave up a lot. A lot of our pressures came from the interior, and that's what called. You never want pressure coming up the middle as a quarterback. So that's no bueno. Moten also gave up a sack. He gave up 1 hurry and 2 pressures. But again, most of the pressures came from up the middle, and you never want pressure up the middle. Pause. But the offensive line did not play good, and that the Bears' defensive line, they definitely play very, very well. They play very well. And listen, it only gets worse from here because we got the Saints coming up next week, and we're gonna see a very similar defense in what we saw against the Bears because they play man to man, and they also have a really good pass rush. So a really good pass rush coupled with man to man defense is really hard, especially when you're good at it. When you're good at it like the Bears and like the Saints are, it's gonna be tough sledding. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, offensive line got to step up. They're not as good as we thought they were. They got exposed this week. They got exposed for sure. All right. Anything else on the offensive line, Dave?
No. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, Teddy. I got to give Teddy. Teddy had again. It's not all his fault. I think a lot of the pressure definitely bust pipes, and Teddy couldn't handle the pressure. He didn't handle the pressure very well. He was antsy back there, and that the reason why I gave him stock down was really that last interception. That last interception, even after all the BS, after everything we went through, all the turnovers that we went through, all the pressure, all the way the defense had played, it was all bad. We still had an opportunity to win the game, but Teddy threw a really, really bad throw on the last play, and that's really what gave him stock down. He didn't have any pressure on him. He just threw a bad pass. I think he felt the footsteps coming at him, and it wasn't a good throw. So again, not entirely Teddy's fault. If we gotta call it like it is, he definitely threw it too. He definitely threw it to the cornerback for sure. That was a really bad throw. That's about the worst throw I've seen him throw all year. That was a really bad throw. And I'm not talking about the first pick. I'm talking about the last pick. The first pick was not his fault. That was off of Teddy Bridgewater's, off of Robbie Anderson's fingertips. The last one where he threw it directly to the cornerback was a really bad pick. But yeah, anything else on Teddy? It was not a good game for Teddy. And again, not entirely his fault. Your receivers got to catch the ball, and your offensive line got to block. So, anything else?
Unknown Teddy, man. Teddy is Teddy. He had a rough day today. He had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't pretty. All right, moving on. We've seen this guy up here stock down a couple times.
Oh God.
Yeah, Tahir Whitehead stock down again. I mean, his tackling is awful. Got an interesting stat. He's missed a total of 7 tackles this season. Of his 32 total tackles, he's missed 17% of the time. Okay, he's missed on 17% of the time, which means one out of every 4 tackles essentially is a miss. I mean, that's not good. That's not good at all, man. Not good at all. He's not doing very well. I think he's top 10, top 12 in missed tackles. And it's not good. It's not good for Tahir. It's killing us. We need a middle linebacker. It just hurts. All the amount of good middle linebacker talent we've had as a team over the years, to have him just mess it up, just for lack of a better term, is it hurts. You know, John Beeson, Sam Mills, Lamar Lathan, Luke Kuechly, Dan Morgan. I mean, God, it hurts. We've never had middle linebacker issues until now. It just sucks. It just sucks. It's not good. It's not good. But all right, let's move on. Penalties, Dave. We're still not looking good for penalties, man.
We are here being undisciplined out in these streets, man.
Undisciplined.
Terrible, man.
Yeah, man. So we had 8 penalties for 69 yards. We're averaging 6 per game, and 56 yards. So we're averaging six penalties per game for 56 yards. We're 6th in the league for total penalty yardage. 6th in the league for total penalty yardage. It's not good. It's not good, man. It's not good. I don't know what's going on, but it's pre-snap stuff. We always started out 1st and 15. It wasn't good. Anytime we got going, it would always be a false start or a holding or something. So yeah, penalties got to stop. The good thing is, from a yardage standpoint, we go up against the most penalized team next week, and the Bears were they're a pretty high penalized team as well. I think they ranked like 1 or 2 in penalty yardage. It's top 5, and they had some big penalties, but it didn't really matter much. But yeah, penalties got to get better. We're not good. We're not good from penalties perspective. It's got to stop. Anything else on penalties, Dave?
Now, granted, it wasn't good. Period. Like, they had some rough calls on both ends for both teams, but penalties are killer, man. Crushes the momentum of a drive. It's just brutal.
All right, yeah, moving on. All right, I still got penalties, but red zone offense was awful, Dave. So for the first one, we went 72 yards, Dave, in 14 plays. Ended up in a field goal. Second one, 73 yards of offense in 13 plays. Ended up with a field goal. Both were inside of the 5-yard line, Dave. That's just, you cannot do that. You cannot get inside the 5-yard line and not score. I mean, that's essentially the game. And you're right. Fear the Four says red zone's been awful all year except for the Cardinals game. You're exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, we haven't been good. We haven't been good. All right. We haven't been good at all in the red zone. It's got to get better. It's got to get better, all right? Got to get better. That is true. That is true. As the Ghost of Judah tribe says, they definitely were the number one red zone defense, and they showed why.
They showed why.
Sure. They showed why for sure. We got to get better though. We got to get better. We could score. We shown it. We just got to get better. And I don't think it's play calling, it's just execution. It's just execution. We got to do better. All right, that's all I got for stock up, stock down. Next week, Dave, we got the Saints coming up. We got to go down to the New Orleans and play the Saints. We're gonna see a very similar defense, aggressive defense that gets to the passer, and plays good man-to-man defense. They are penalized a lot as well. I think they're the most penalized team from a yardage perspective all year. So we'll see what happens with the Saints. Teddy's going back to New Orleans. We'll see how he fares. Should be very interesting. Any thoughts on this quickly on this game?
It's not gonna look good. I know that much. We're probably gonna lose this. We're probably gonna lose this one, man.
Yeah, I could tell you what though. If we sit back with a 3-man rush on third down against Drew Brees, you know what's gonna happen, Dave?
Slice him up.
Yeah, we're gonna get mollywopped.
Now, granted, Michael Thomas come back yet?
He's not. They had a bye this week, so I'm sure he'll be back next week. I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how good Rasul Douglas really is going against his toughest test in Michael Thomas. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if we're getting anybody back. They said McCaffrey. They don't know if he's coming back this week. They say he looks good, but they don't know if he's coming back. Gross Matos is definitely not coming back. He's on IR. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. It's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a tough game. Shout out to Ghost of Judah Tribe for the super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat.
Appreciate it, man.
You can talk all you want if you want to drop a super chat.
Big facts.
All right, so I got one more announcement. Dave, no stock down for Joe Brady. Nah, I don't think it's not him. It's not really him, man. I think the Bears defense was good. We just got to get better handling the pressure. We got to get better handling the pressure. I don't think it was a bad call game. You got to catch the ball. And you got to execute. All right, moving on. All right, Dave. Here it is. So, on November 1st, I got a surprise. On November 1st. I'm working on something real nice. I think Panther Nation is going to enjoy it. On November 1st, we don't play that Sunday. So I got a surprise that I'm working on. It's going to be real dope. Hopefully everything goes falls together in line, but I got a surprise on November 1st.
We'll give you more details next week. So that's what we like to call a teaser.
That is a teaser. It's a teaser.
So next Monday, we'll announce everything, and we'll also request something from you guys, and
Yep.
From there.
Yep. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be fun. But can't wait. Hopefully everything comes together. All right. I think that's it. Let's get into these. Let's open up the phone lines for a little bit. Curtis Samuel was hurt. That's why we didn't use it, because he was hurt. Yeah. Hopefully Curtis will be back next week. But he was hurt. That's why we didn't see him much or at all. All right, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines for a little bit. Again, your boy's a little sick, so definitely trying to end this as soon as possible. But I'm gonna open up. I gotta open the phone lines. I gotta go to free conference call, Dave.
No, I'm about to move. I'm about to go mute on here. So.
Give me 1 second. I'm opening up the phone lines in a second. Phone lines are opening up. Give me 2 seconds.
Welcome and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. There are 2 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Doing good.
All right, yo. All right, Noli, what's good? What you got, broski?
Nothing much. Just wanted to quickly talk about the game. Overall, I just don't think it was our day, like y'all said. Just from the first, usually sometimes the first drive can let you know what kind of game it's going to be in. From that turnover, it just seemed like things didn't go our way. I thought Teddy actually played fine. I like how he was throwing it deep. He continues to do it, so hope that he continues that. That one of Robbie was really sweet. DJ, I agree with what you're saying with the expectation. I just don't consider him at the moment in the same class as Mike Evans, Julio Jones. I think you can be a wide receiver 1 without being top 5. I mean, maybe you can disagree, but I just don't consider him in that class yet. And that was just that seemed like a miscommunication, because if Teddy would have thrown it near the boundary, DJ would have caught it wide open. And if you look, the safety was cheating, so if he would have thrown it straight, the safety might have gotten there. So I think they'll fix that. I need to know what is going on with Tahir Whitehead being a captain. Is that just because he went to Temple? Because you can't be terrible on the field and then be a captain. I mean, dude is looking struggling, like slow, missing tackles. Like, I would just put Jermaine Carter on the field, and call it a day.
Yeah.
Carter has looked better than Whitehead has. So I feel like Sean Payton, they're going to just run, they're going to put mismatches and put like wide receivers and tight ends in the slot and go one-on-one with these linebackers, because y'all know I'm critical of Shaq, but I think they're just going to exploit that all day. Rasul Douglas is a steal. I think we need to re-sign him as soon as we can. Rather have him than Bradbury, and he's not going to cost as much, but overall, we'll see. The main thing I'll be looking for is when McCaffrey comes back, will Brady divvy the carries, or is it going to be back to what we were earlier? So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. But overall, not bad. Looking like a 6-10 to 8-8 year. So
yeah, we got humbled a little bit. We got humbled a little bit, which is okay. I think we'll get better. I think we needed to get slapped around a little bit. And again, with all that being said, all the negative that we talk about, we were still in the game. Like, we still had opportunity tied up at the end. So, and that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me, man. Is just be competitive.
Exactly. Like, think about it. Like, how many times we've gotten blown out under Rivera. Like, even that Bucs game, we kind of had a chance until Fournette popped that for a touchdown. We are competitive in every game, and even against these good teams, like against the Chiefs, if we can be competitive and not get blown out, that'll be very encouraging, because we've had our fair of blownouts in. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I agree. I like the fact that we're competitive, and like my full attention is on the game, and it's not like the second half of last year where I was multitasking.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Great show as always. Y'all take it easy. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll be all right tomorrow.
All right.
All right, man.
See you.
See you, Nolan.
Austin, what's good, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? Happy Monday to y'all.
What's poppin', man?
Happy Monday, man. What's up?
Not too much. I'm just kind of thinking, if you would have told us, off season, new coach, new everything, Chris McCaffrey's not gonna be playing, and we're 3-3.
Right. Perspective.
I mean, hey, this is a bonus. So
I agree with that statement. I agree, man.
Like, we should have won some games that, we played, but hey, everything's new. Everybody's learning everything. So DJ Moore, man. If you're looking for him to be like a number 1, like you said, it's disappointing. If he's a number 2, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's again perspective. I look at DJ Moore as a 1B. He needs to be. Listen, when Steve Smith essentially draft night calls you his replacement, I got high expectations. You coming off a 1,200 yard receiving year last year. I got high expectations for you, bro. Like, you need to back that up. And even this year, he's still on pace for about 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards. So he's still having a good year. I'm talking about from a catch perspective. You have got to catch the ball, bro. Like, I've seen a lot of drops. You got to catch the ball, man. Critical moments. We needed those catches. That's all I'm saying.
Right, yeah. Like, those drops came – those drops probably cost us the game. Possession-wise,
yeah,
that touchdown at the end.
Yeah, we'll never know. I don't want to say they'll cost us the game, because even that drop, even the 4th down drop, the 4th and 2 drop, we still got the ball back. We still were able to go again until Teddy threw the interception. So we still were in it. Even after the drops, we still had a chance. So I'm not gonna say his drops caused us to lose the game, but it definitely made it harder for sure.
All right. So, okay, question for y'all. Would you say DJ Moore is top 5 Panther wide receiver of all time? Or top 10?
I would put Steve Smith as 1. That's obvious.
Moose is 2, man. Moose is 2.
Moose is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then at that point, you're talking. I'm a big fan of Patrick Jeffers, yo. We don't talk about Jeffers enough because he has such a short career. Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Patrick Jeffers. I know we don't talk about him enough, but I'm a big fan of Patrick Jeffers.
That is a great question. I don't know. I mean, short history. I think so, man. Mark Carrier, maybe.
Carrier's up there. We have some great tight ends.
It is early. Yeah, and are you going to count tight ends? If you count tight ends, then I don't know.
Then you got Olsen and Walls, and you're putting them ahead of DJ. But it's early.
It is early. Ricky Prohl. It's early, man. It's early. That's a great question, though.
But now, I mean, he's teetering. He's definitely top 10.
He's definitely top 10 for sure.
I can probably name 5. If you give me more time to think about it, I could probably name 5. But Prohl was good. But I'm a big I thought Patrick Jeffers could have been a freaking superstar if he could have stayed healthy, man. I was a big Patrick Jeffers guy, man.
I notice how y'all leaving out Kelvin Benjamin. I see what y'all doing too, man.
Oh, well, you absolutely are gonna leave out Kelvin Benjamin.
I see what y'all doing. It's all good. I see.
Hayes had a good year. We had Ismail that was pretty good. I mean, I'm not talking about the. Yeah. I ain't gonna talk about the man who hit in the trunk.
Yeah, we definitely not talking about.
We ain't talking about the guy who hit in the trunk. We ain't gonna talk about the man who hit in the trunk.
All right, so we got to move on, Dave. We got a couple more callers, but that's a good question. We got a good question.
I'm not talking about Ted Ginn Jr.
All right, Austin. We'll holler at you.
It's Cat.
Easy, man.
See ya.
Yep.
All right, Jason, what's good, bro?
How we doing? How's your Monday going?
We good. We hanging in there.
Pretty
what's good,
man?
Few quick points. I think number one, I think context. That's the biggest thing when we need to keep in mind when we're evaluating the season, individual players. So defensive wise, I think we're ahead of schedule. I'm not sure if Noli mentioned that, but Noli and I talk after every game, and we agreed on that when we talked Sunday. Specifically, this secondary is good.
They are good.
They're holding their own. I'm really happy with the addition of Rasul Douglas. If they haven't, they need to be talking about, hey, can we bring you back next season right now?
Facts.
Jeremy Chin should be. If we were 5-1, we'd be talking about a rookie of the year, defensive player conversation. He's been amazing. Yeah. Troy Jr., I think he's been up and down, but again, he's a 5th-round pick, and he's shown flashes, and I'm happy with that. Derek Brown's been excellent. Outside of that one stupid unnecessary roughness call in Tampa.
Yeah.
So defense overall has schedule. golly, we need some linebackers.
Bad.
I mean, Samir Whitehead didn't start a single game his first 2 years in the league, and it's, I guess, showing up now. It's like delayed. I'm not sure what's going on. But
he's like a 9-year vet, though.
Right, and it's weird because it's like he has a history of started I think 3 straight years in Oakland, and you would think like he could come in and be like an AJ Klein level linebacker, but he is not.
He's awful, man.
He is. Yeah,
he's just
I mean,
awful.
It would be a blessing to have Klein right now back.
Facts.
So that's my defensive side of the ball. I don't think I've missed anyone. I think Shaq's been okay.
Yeah, Shaq's been all right. He's been okay.
I would like to see more out of Gross Matos. Burns has been playing well. Let me get y'all's thoughts on this. I told Noli, I think obviously we invested heavily in the defensive front this past draft, but we still don't have, in my opinion, defensive ends that can hold the edge. And we get run on the edge a lot.
Yeah, we do.
I think that's a need.
I think Gross Matos can do that. I think he can help there. It's just, I think he just needs more reps. I think more reps will help. He's been hurt too. Not even before this injury, he's been dealing with injuries and been off the field. So I think Gross Matos can provide that run support. He just needs more reps. I think we'll be patient with Gross Matos, and I think he'll help out. I think what's interesting is though we got to figure out what we're doing with Weatherly. Did Weatherly even play yesterday? Because I didn't see him. He's making $6 million a year to do like nothing. Because I haven't seen him at all. Like I don't even think he played.
I think he
honestly.
did.
Like if he did, I didn't see his name.
It's not noticeable.
Yeah, at all.
If we have to see him and be like, oh, I don't really know, like, bro, like, I don't know if you suited up or if you in the building or not. Like, I don't know if you came to the stadium. It don't make no difference.
Facts.
If you put on the uniform or stayed at home. So, whew. Now the offense, and obviously I put it in the chat on Sunday. I said Teddy's got to make that throw. I know I didn't watch the whole show. So full disclosure, I just kind of popped in. I tried to go back and listen to what you said, but I wanted to call in and make sure I got my call in. I saw you had Teddy and DJ on stock down.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was evaluating it, I think it's one of those games. Neither of them. I would have had it at a break even.
Nah.
It's a 500 game for me.
Nah.
And here's why.
Go ahead.
Yes, DJ had, I would call 2 drops. I know you say 3. I think the last one's not, to me, that to me is not a drop. That to me is it was a bad throw in my opinion. The one in the end zone you got to catch, and the one, the slant underneath, I think, or something, some type of drag route, you got to catch that. That's just him looking upfield too much, right? But he made consistent plays throughout the game, catching balls over the middle, behind linebackers, in front of safeties. Had a spectacular catch along the left sideline with about 9 minutes left to go in the game. So I know you'll have the conversation, is he 1, is he whatever. To me, a 1 is somebody who makes tough catches 50% of the time or more. I think that's what happened Sunday. He made tough catches 50% of the time. 50% he made tough catches 50% of the time. A superstar makes that catch 60 to 70% of the time. That's the difference between Mike Evans and Hopkins and OBJ versus just a 1, a normal 1.
That is fair,
in my opinion.
I'll give you that, but he should have caught the ball. That and I'm not even killing. And again, you might have missed. I'm not even killing him for the last catch. Like I will give Teddy the last throw on the 4th and 2 was not a good throw. I think, like you said, a really good receiver, a superstar receiver, will come down with that catch. Now I'm killing him for that drop in the end zone. That's a catchable ball. You catch that ball. You have to catch that ball.
Right. Okay.
You have to catch that ball.
It's a catchable ball. But I think it was still a tough catch. He's gonna get popped either way.
Yo,
and that's why I say 50%, right? To me, if one catches that 50%, so he didn't catch that one, but then he catches the one on the sideline to get us into scoring position. So that's a 50% clip. That's your 1. That to me is a 1. You catch tough balls.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what I cut you off on the separation between superstar and 1, and I that's a fair point. That's fair. I'll give you that. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Okay. Moving on to Teddy again. I know right away. I said that's a miss. You got to make that throw. And I know that some people may have the notion that I'm a Teddy hater. I'm not. Again, I'm evaluating him as the guy. So if you're the guy, you got to make that throw. That being said, again, same the way you're evaluating DJ, I'm not going to sit here and ridicule or take away or nullify his entire performance Sunday for one bad throw. It was a bad throw. Call it a bad throw, and that's that. He was under pressure a lot of the day. He made some great plays with his legs. Give the man credit where credit is due. I thought he had a really good game against a very good defense. All intended. We did think about the entire day. And again, you got to think context is what I said first off, right? That defense made Tom Brady lock them up in the second half of that Thursday night game. Tom Brady came out and put it to Green Bay. So that's a really good team. That's a really good defense. I thought Teddy did a serviceable job. So outside of that one throw, I have not too many complaints. Maybe I didn't really look at the last throw, but whatever.
No, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. That last throw was a bad throw, and he deserves to be ridiculed for it. That's a bad throw. And again, I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan, but he has to be called out, and I'm all about calling people out when they deserve to be called out. And so, and it's a fair assessment between superstar and wide receiver 1. That is a fair assessment. I didn't let you get that out before I cut you off, so that is a fair assessment. I get it. So, but Jay Simp, I got like 2 more calls I got to get to. That's a good call. Appreciate you, broski. But I got to move on.
All right, Jerome.
I'll take care.
All right.
I'll holler, man.
All right, 386. 386, what's good?
What's up? I got a little scenario for you.
What's up?
Now, don't think I'm stupid, but this is just I
man,
think this could happen.
You called yourself stupid, not me. I didn't say it. Go ahead. What's up, man?
Yeah. So obviously we're in rebuild mode right now. We're not gonna go deep into the playoffs for another 3-4 years. What if we trade Christian McCaffrey? Get him to another, like, a better team. Value where he's at right now because he's in his prime. He's going to be in his prime for the next couple of years. And because he's going to get injured more often. He's definitely going to get injured more often. He's the biggest part of our offense right now. I think we've proved ourselves over maybe not the last game, but the 3 games before that we don't necessarily need him to be the main role in our offense. I don't know. That's just what I think.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I think trading him is not. Should it happen? Yes. Probably, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen simply because you're going to ask somebody to take the contract, and it's a new contract, so there's a lot of guaranteed money, and you have to find a trade partner. Like, trades work 2 ways. You have to find somebody to take that contract, and it's going to be hard.
And the problem too is if we did find somebody to take that contract, we're not going to get fair value for him.
Yeah,
like, we wouldn't get a first round pick for him if the other team has to take that contract. Yeah. We would have to give up. Like, it could be something like we trade Christian McCaffrey for a 4th round pick, and everybody would be outraged because we have to pay the penalty for that contract.
Yep. So yeah, it's not going to happen, and we talked about it because I think, again, we needed a face of the franchise. Christian McCaffrey is the face of the Panthers right now, and so I believe that's why that's a big reason outside of football of why he got the money. He is the face, and he bought a mansion actually not too far from my house. It's like 20 minutes up the road. So shout out to Christian McCaffrey and his crib, his new crib. But yeah,
neighboring, man.
Yeah, that's neighbor is not a stretch. You got to be in the same neighborhood to be called a neighbor. He's like,
I mean, the blocks are different in your neyborhood, Rashad.
Nah, man, he's way up. He's way up the street. But yeah, we're not gonna trade for Christian McCaffrey. It's not happening. But to address what you, I know. Just to address your other point, though, I think we could make a playoff push in the next. The way we're looking, if we can sure up a couple things, maybe next year, I think we can make a push. I know I'm flip flopping a bit, but I've
think we can
seen.
make it to the playoffs next year. I'm talking about a deep playoff run.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Got
wild card, definitely.
Got it.
Understood. We could definitely make it to the wild card next year. I don't think we're gonna get past the wild card though.
Gotcha. No, that's fair. I agree.
Yeah, we got a nice young team that we're basically Bills 2.0 right now. Bills are one of the best teams in the NFL. Obviously, they just
got smacked. Yeah, that was when they got smacked.
You just got beat by the Chiefs today.
But it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, it is the Chiefs.
So
yeah, and the Chiefs that lost to the Raiders. That's a division rival game. So
yeah. Yeah, you got your game sometimes.
All right, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, guys. There's one last call to get to.
All right. Have a good night.
You have a good one, man.
Bye.
All right. 910, what's good?
Hey, what's good, Rashad?
What's going on, broski? How's it going?
Yeah, I can't call it, man. I'm a little bit upset on this last game we just played, man. I didn't feel like we had the effort in this game, man. I mean, there was some plays we came back a little bit. I thought we, you know, I've seen some like, you know, spots and edges where we were doing pretty good, but you know, one thing that we're still struggling on, everybody, is, you know, you touched on it. This red zone offense, man, is pitiful. We can go up and down the field, we get to 20-yard, we always stall.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know, I just want to see more development right there. I don't care if they take 2 days to practice this, man. They need to get some new plays in there, and they need to develop those guys that are on the other side, like, you know, the second. You know, don't worry about DJ and Curtis. I'm worrying about more like Zustra and those guys like that, if they got to come in and play, because I'm real interested to see, you know, when these guys come in, why everything is not doing it. I like to see Ian Thomas a little bit more. We only passed to him once or twice, and he can catch the ball, man. I mean, we should have seen him on some routes yesterday to take the pressure off and stuff. I mean, you know, those are the things that I say that this is coaching, man. Joe Brady needs to get in there and get some new plays in there. I'm tired of seeing too many screen passes, and we're not going nowhere with it, man. You know, to open up the offense, you got to be able to pass the ball down a little bit, man. That's just the name of the game. And defensive side, I think the defense did real good. Shout outs to Cornelder. I think, you know, you should have put him up on the stock up thing.
I probably could have, man. Everybody telling me, man. I might have overlooked. I might have overlooked.
He played good, man. I mean, I think he played fine. I think he, you know, we you know, I was down on Corn there for a minute, but I think Corn played very well. And you know, shout out to my boy Jeremy Chin. I told you that boy was going to be a stud. I knew it from day one when I seen him. I know he was all that and then some. I know you guys are now seeing it, but I knew he was Steve Atwater's nephew, and I was like, this dude, there's something special about him. You know, Razul Douglas, shout out to him. He did good. My boy Franklin came in there, safety. He played okay. You know, like I said, man, you got the guys that's out here is really trying to play and put it together, man. I mean, Derek Brown played okay. I didn't get to see Hamilton, and I didn't see Weatherly either. I wanted to see them two get in there a little bit.
Hamilton was inactive. Yeah. Hamilton was inactive.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why I didn't get to see him come in there, but Zach Kirk, he played okay there for a few days.
Yeah, you know what I like? You know what I like about Zach Kerr though? I like about Zach Kerr is that dude brings a lot of energy, man. Like he's a big dude, but he be out there like hype. Like somebody make a play, like he's the one up there like hyping everybody up, and you need one of them dudes out there. You need that type of player out there.
I see that too. I like that. I like that energy that he brings there. And I mean, he's a big guy. He can definitely hold the pocket in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, for a lot of times I'd be saying we don't have enough beef up there on the front four, but you know, I like him being in there. I like him. I like Bravion Roy being up there because, you know, when you get that meat on the line, it's hard to push the boys. We need a little bit more on that. But you know, all of them played pretty good. You know, but my boy DJ Moore, I think I'm not gonna jump on him because I think he's a good receiver, but he's not our prime receiver. I think DJ Moore should either we need to bring him sort of like that, if we need an infusion or we need to make a move or get that first down. I think we need to bring him in. He needs to be. I don't want to leave him in there the whole game because he has lapses sometimes where you don't even know he's in there. But I think, like I said, if you bring him, on those little short things when we need like a first down or we need to move it, I think he could be that guy like that. I think the Saints got that guy. I forgot his number 7 that comes in and give him that little spark. And I think that's more his. I think that's more his role right there. I don't think he's not that number 1 guy. I really don't. If it was left up with me, I would have took Calvin Ridley. But that's another thing.
Yeah, maybe I'm drinking the DJ Moore Kool-Aid. But I definitely got higher expectations than what I saw.
I was watching him how he catch the ball, man. He's got this thing where he claps his hands like he's trying to bring it in, like he's clapping his hand or something. Like his hands don't catch it or you don't get it. Like if it hits your hands, you're supposed to kind of bring it back into your body a little bit. But he just kind of holds his hands there and and don't bring it in right, something. But I mean, he's still learning. I mean, I hope that he's going to work on those things like that. But when the game is on the line, man, you just got to make those plays, dude. I mean, we can talk about it. You just got to make those plays when it's that time, man.
Yeah.
But all in all, I know we're gonna be okay. I think like I said, bro, we're going to keep pounding. We're going to work this out. I just get a little frustrated sometimes with some of the play calling, man. Because, these games that we lost, we really should have won. That's the thing about it. It's like, leaving money out there. This is my money. I want my money. I mean, I want my money's worth. And sometimes I get a little frustrated with that. These guys are good. They're a little bit better than what they think they are.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, again, like we talked about this earlier in the season. We had a nice little run. We had a three game winning streak, but we gotta come back to earth a little bit. We still a new team, and we still got a new coach, so we gotta pump the brakes a little bit. Maybe our expectations might be a little bit too high. They might not be. And again, we ran into a really, really, really good defense. Okay, that's a good defense. It ain't no different from what we ran into in the Super Bowl when we went up against Denver. We just ran up in a good defense. It happens, and you won't find many defenses that good. We're gonna run into one next week, but you won't find too many defenses that good. Okay, and it just is what it is. It is what it is.
Right, I understand. I mean, like I said, I think, like I said, we wasn't beat. I mean, you take that touchdown. I mean, that first pick that we gave them on the 12-yard line and stuff like that, this game would be even. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this was a game that was winnable. And I just, when I go into the thing, it's like, I can see us getting blown out, but this was a game that could have been, we should have won because, we wasn't beat by Foles. Foles didn't do no better than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
and I mean,
they didn't do much on the offensive side.
58 yards running.
Yeah, they didn't do much. They didn't do much on the offensive side of the ball. Our defense played well.
I mean, like I said, they should be lucky because, like I said, this was a game that was given to them. This was given to them. That's all I got to say about stuff. I appreciate you let me call in and stuff.
All right, man. Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
Hey, no problem.
All right, man.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
Oops, that was our last call. Come back on the Zoom day.
All right,
there we go.
I'm back.
All right. Yeah, all right. So that's gonna do it for today. Again, my bad. I'm a little under the weather, so I was a little off today.
Gave him the 90 minutes, man. So we got the 90 in.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so again, it's gonna be this Sunday. I will be live streaming, but I may only do a half because my daughter has something and I need to attend it. So I may only do a half of the game. We'll see. But I am going to be live streaming for a little bit. And then I got some content coming out this week. I got my game reaction videos coming out. I like those. Them joints be funny, man. I be seeing myself tripping sometimes. But it's funny since I was like, yo, let me go ahead and make a compilation of these reactions. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm probably gonna release it because Dave, you do your fantasy show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it tomorrow.
All right, so I'll release it on Wednesday.
I'm going 0-6. Yo, man, I'm 0-6 in my high stakes league, man. I think if I don't, it's pretty much a wrap. I mean, I'm at that point, and I'm getting trades for Dalvin Cook that I refuse to take at this point.
Yeah,
it's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah. So
and Julio finally showed up, and I'm still going.
He did.
Because Madison didn't get me anything. 3 points. Atlanta all of a sudden wants to have a run defense. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed.
But yeah, so I'll release the Bears one on Wednesday. I just finished editing it, so I'll release it on Wednesday, and then I got another show or another thing I'm gonna release on Thursday about the Bears game. I'll do a breakdown of what I'll pick an issue. There was a lot of issues, but I'll pick one and address it during that game. How
ugly was DJ Moore's drops?
Okay, that I can.
No, you don't have to do that one. I'm just kidding, man.
I'll do that one.
We slandered DJ Moore enough. Like, I'm good. I've seen enough. I drafted him to be my flex, and he ain't popping flex numbers. I've seen enough of DJ Moore. But it sucks, so now I'm going to have to play him. The Falcons got no one run defense in the NFL? Virtual homecoming don't start till the week after, man. We got a documentary, too, for our homecoming coming out.
Yeah.
Got the documentary popping. I'm actually looking forward to the doc.
Yeah, I can. I'm ready to see that joint. Hopefully, Ada get featured for dominating the steps. Well, we ain't dominating no more, but
no, you should. I mean, it's about history. Nobody's ever gonna win 13 straight homecoming at step shows.
Yeah, we was killing cats. But but all right, let's close this thing out, Dave, so I can go to sleep.
All right.
And again, I'll holler at y'all on y'all will see me throughout the week. I'm gonna drop some content for y'all. And then we got the road to 4K. So we like 900 away, I think. Something like that. We'll get there sooner or later. But let me run this outro and we're gonna get up out of here. Dave, you probably won't be able to hear it, but it's about to run right now.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you are notified when new episodes are posted. You can also catch episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and Podcast Addict. Review and rate this episode 5 stars and share it with all the Panther fans you know. And always remember, keep pounding.
All right, peeps. Well, we out. We'll see y'all throughout the week. Dave will see y'all tomorrow. Then y'all see some more shows and whatnot throughout the week. So, and then November 1st, I got a surprise for y'all. All right, November 1st is gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope. Hopefully everything come together. All right. That being said, we out of here. Peace.
All right. You guys